Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to our next Age of Strife audition. For those of you that don't know what the Age of Strife auditions are, they are auditions for our upcoming D&D campaign, Age of Strife, which premieres on this channel on September 11th of next month, of this year, I guess. Today, we have with us Max. Max, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name is Max, and I'm a nerd here in Denmark, living in Denmark. Well, also living in Germany, as you see in my introduction text. But primarily living in Denmark. I just started my first day at the gymnasium here today. Just came back from Germany yesterday. Yeah, I have to adjust my sleep schedule, so a little bit tired, but I think I can manage.
I think you'll do just fine. So, why don't we hop into some character creation? I'll find some background music for us. And why don't you roll up some stats? You know which stat rolling method you're going to be using?
I'm thinking of using 4061 straight down the line and see what kind of character that defines.
All right.
Well, let me go ahead and roll that. So we have 10 strength, 13 dex, 12 con, 16, is it? Yeah, int.
Yeah.
17 will,
Ooh.
12 charisma, and 13 perception.
Interesting character.
Oh. Yeah, it's very tempting to go cleric.
Oh, yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
There's no negative, really. Like, hard to create a negative trait for a character if there's no negative stat. The worst stat is strength. Interesting. Well, let me first insert these numbers in the character sheet. All right. Let me think. I could make a cleric of Martha, I think, and the cleric. What is the backstory? Okay. So I'm like I'm like an initiate in a church or and I am guarding this orb, a magical item, an orb maybe used for celebrating the winter solstice, and my objective was to build a sept for it. Because a wizard identified it. He didn't fully identify it, but what he identified is there's more power to this orb. Like, if you get to build a sept for this orb, you might be able to unwield more magical power from it. Only thing that it is capable right now is like this bright shining light, like a star in the sky, this single star in the sky, because in your world, Neil, like in winter everything is black in the skies, right?
Yeah.
So this is like one shining star in winter. I think it's like a beautiful sign what's to come, like it's the end of winter. Yeah. The thing is, while I was busy building the scepter, I haven't caught my sight on the orb, and it got stolen. I would say like by a rival village or another clerical group in a different town, perhaps. I have my suspicions that they are behind it, and I'm actually going to go after them and tell my other clerical friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm I feel like this is my responsibility. I have to go after this orb. Like it was my job to create this magnificent scepter for this orb, and now the orb is gone. This orb was given to me by the High Cleric, and now it's just gone. So yeah, I think that's the backstory.
All right, love it.
Just made it up in the spot.
Super solid. So, what race are you gonna be?
Human.
Human cleric?
And cleric.
Cleric of Martha. Nice.
I just checked chat. It says the mic is off for me. Did you fix that?
I can try and turn it up, but your sound's not off. I think it's just low.
Okay. I change it, or will you change it from your side?
I can't. Maybe you can raise it somehow? I'll lower the music. You know, I almost did a sound check on all the other auditions, and it always went fine. So I was like, oh, we don't need to do one today. First time we need one.
Yeah. What about now? I can try changing to my webcam mic, but you might hear more ambient sound.
I think this is probably fine. I'm gonna lower my volume, and that way they can just turn up the stream, and we should be fine now.
So let me add all these things to the character sheet. Do you want me to send it after?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Oh, he needs a name.
Yes, he does.
Let's go with Gerald of the town where he's from. I don't know which town we're starting in, but yeah, since he doesn't have a real last name, he will be like of the city.
Okay.
From the city.
Gerald was the name?
Yeah. And alignment would be chaotic good.
Okay.
Hair, brown, eyes, blue. Okay, let me enter these stats in the auto statter.
I love the auto statter. Makes your job so easy.
You made this, Neil? The auto statter?
Yes, I did.
All by yourself?
All by myself.
Awesome.
I'm glad people are finding it useful. There's the sorts of tool that I would build for myself, and I'm finding that releasing them publicly has been good work. For those of you who are maybe watching this on VODs and don't know what the auto statter is, second edition has a lot of complicated substats, and if you just this quick web page, you put in your stats, and then it just pumps out all the different substats for you, and your THACO and your encumbrance and your bonuses to hit and whatnot for your class. So that's super useful. You can find it on realgoblins.com in the toolbox section. Only works for 2E.
5 languages. 16 ed. I'm an intelligent cleric too.
Yes, you are.
So, do I have to start with 5 languages, or can I like reserve?
You can reserve
3
it.
maybe?
Fill them up later.
Okay, so I would of course have common, and let's see here. You have like a language of, when you're reading holy texts, like celestial language or.
No, that's all written in common.
All written in common?
Yeah.
How about old common? Because there might be some
Yes.
old text.
That's perfect.
Okay. Up. Oh, the bonus spells are nice. That's 17. Well, the first level spells are really what that matters right now. 2 times first. I get to memorize 3 level 1 spells, yes?
Yes. Do you have the list of Martha spells?
I know where to go for
Cool.
it to find out. All right, I'll pick spells later. I have to still fill up this character sheet.
Sure.
Zero percent spell failure. Awesome. What else? Five henchmen. All right. I also have to add my different encumbrance levels.
All right.
So base is 40, light is 58, medium 76.
I miss life with 2 monitors.
Oh, you see me looking at 2 monitors? Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. I ditched my second monitor when I went to Vietnam. I haven't gotten one since I've been back in the States. Problem I need to address.
All right, I'm calling out the stats for the ability scores. Now I will roll for money, I guess.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, let's see what I need to roll as a priest at the starting money. Okay. Purple worms open. Find it. Okay, priest. 3d6 times 10. Low average. What might do? Split 70. Right. I also roll for handedness.
All right.
D10. Right-handed. Okay. Anything else I need rolling? I think I have to add the saving throws. I forgot to add those.
Ah.
Ten, 14, 13, 16, 15. Okay. And I have to roll for HP, the important roll for level 1.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
8, isn't it? Oh, please give me that sweet 8.
Yes! Oh! Max
Wow.
life.
Well, sometimes you're just lucky.
You got all the good stats and the max HP.
Yeah. Right? 8 HP it is. And let's buy some equipment then. So, Martha, what kind of weapon? Is there like a favorite weapon for Martha clerics?
Probably quarterstaff.
All right, I go with quarterstaff then. And how much is a quarterstaff?
That's free.
Free. I get it probably from the clerics, like the church. I don't know how you call it, monastery, church, or
Well, I think that kind of depends on the different group. If you could be in a church, you could be in a monastery. I think that depends on the particular way your cleric deals with the gods.
Okay. Armor. Well, I guess when I'm in the church, normally in the church, I would be wearing like normal cloth, like no armor at all. But now that I'm going after the group from this other town, might be a good idea to get some armor. But I don't know if they like keep armor in the church. So I have to go buy that, but it will take time if I buy like armor. I don't know how you.
Well, you could spend some money to buy it now, and we'll say it's something the church has lying about for you.
Okay. So I think I will go with, depending on the price on stuff. Let me check prices. Armor. Chainmail, definitely too expensive.
Yeah, you're a little broke.
Yeah. Probably studded leather. Studded leather. So studded leather gives me AC 3? 13?
Yes.
AC?
It gives you an AC bonus of 3. Yeah.
Right. Okay, no bonus from Dex. AC is 13. Okay. And that cost me 20 gold, so I'm down to 50 gold. Okay. What would I use my money on? The spell components will be included, right? Like from the get-go. I don't have to spend money on that.
Right, unless one of them is particularly expensive, but I can't imagine them being.
I don't want to look through the spell. It will take too long. If there's something too expensive. Yeah, quarterstaff. Rations probably take some time to get there. I don't know if we want to start when I just arrive in the.
We'll let you decide when it is that you want to start.
Okay. Well, I probably have some rations. There are rations. Trying to find the equipment list with rations.
That's gonna be chapter 6, money and equipment. Okay, so rations standard are 3 gold for 1 week. Or if you want rations that won't go bad for a long time, dry rations are 10 gold for 1 week.
All right, I'll just spend 10 gold for the longer lasting rations.
Nice.
All right, ration. And how much do they weigh for each ration? For a day's
week's worth of rations, I think, weighs like 15 pounds.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I need really any more equipments. I have my quarterstaff, rations, armor. I'm just a cleric. Probably the rest is still at the church, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as a tithe. Um, oh yeah, proficiencies.
Ah,
To be
proficiencies and
proficient.
height and weight and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. So let's do weapon proficiencies first. Hmm.
Right, you should get 2 as a cleric.
Right. So probably both points into quarterstaff, or is it how do you
No,
specialize
only
it?
fighters can specialize. So
Oh,
you would have
okay.
to put your other one into a different weapon or a fighting style.
All right. What do you mean by fighting style?
The combat and tactics has a whole list of fighting styles that you can choose with different weapons.
Oh, right, like the two-handed fighting style.
Right, right.
And what is the bonus for having a two-handed fighting style? You know, with a quarterstaff.
I think it just reduces your quarterstaff's weapon speed by 3, but let me double check. Let's see. Yeah, you improve the initiative by 1.
I won.
Yeah, by 3. I'm sorry.
Okay, then I'll take it. It's by 3. And what is the quarterstaff normally? The speed for it?
4. So it goes down to 1. Pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty fast. I want to be fast with that
Yeah.
quarterstaff. I won't see that coming. Okay, so I got my weapon proficiencies. Now I need non-weapon proficiencies.
Yes. What are you thinking for your cleric?
So his objective was to create this scepter. So he might need to be skilled in like designing stuff. Also because he has this high intellect, he's good at the probably designing a scepter, and also blacksmithing to create it.
Okay.
Let's see. To go to the proficiencies list. It's a bit hard, you know, browsing through Purple Worm.
Yeah, it's a little.
Hard finding the right pages sometime. All right, here. So I get to choose from general and priest, right?
Correct. You can choose something from outside of that, but it costs an additional point.
Right. And how many do I start with as a priest?
4 plus the number of languages you can speak.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
9.
Oh man.
Okay. It's astrology. I was thinking more like astrology, but it says astrology. I'll take healing. Healing is wisdom -2, so the check is 15. Religion. A flat 17 for that. Oh, reading, writing. Yes. Very important. Okay, I spent 4. I have 5 left. I want to have that designing aspect. I don't know which proficiency that would.
Was that maybe engineering?
Yeah, I think that will fit best. So engineering, which group is that from?
I think that's under wizard, so that might actually cost you a total of 3 points.
Right, I'm spending it.
Right.
Engineering. -3.
Yeah. Difficult to be an engineer.
Well, good thing my int is that high. So the check is actually a 13 for me. Not that bad. So how many points do I have left? 2. I will take herbalism, I think. Yeah, let's take herbalism.
Okay.
Why not? All right, that's it for the proficiencies.
All right, so is there anything else that you need to do to make your character?
Oh, spells. Last thing. I need to memorize 3 spells. So let me look at the Martha spell list. I'm gonna take 1 Cure Light Wounds, 1 Detect Magic to detect the essence of the orb.
Nice.
Let's see. That's the second. Sanctuary, I think, could be interesting to use to escape with. If I have the orb and cast Sanctuary on myself, and I run away with the orb, and it's hard for them to get me.
Oh, yes, it is. That's a clever idea. Hold on, let me take a look at that. There we go. Sanctuary. Opponent. Likewise, directly attack the protected roll save. Clever.
Right. So, yeah, I picked my spells, and I think I'm ready to go. Well, I need to choose my height. I don't know how important that is. I would say 1 meter 75. Well, what's that in I don't know your American system, okay?
That's 1.75 meters to feet. That is 5 foot, 5 3/4 feet high. That's 5'8". All right. Cool.
Okay. Got that. Okay. Good. We can start.
Okay, and your weight?
70 kilos. I don't know that in pounds. Let's see. 70 kilograms.
154 pounds. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So, where did you want to? What were all of your non-weapon proficiencies again?
Healing, religion, reading and writing, engineering, and herbalism.
Okay. You didn't get blacksmithing in the end?
Oh, that's right. I needed the blacksmithing. How many points does that use? Is that also under?
I think that's under general. I think it's only 1 point.
Right. I'm gonna switch out herbalism. That, and I still have 1 point. I'll just put it into something random. Oh, I'll put it in ancient history because I have that fits well with my ancient common.
Good. Okay. So, one more time. I know you already gave us the backstory, but give us the backstory of your character one more time.
Okay. So my character, his name is Gerald, and he is a cleric of Martha. And his task, it's the coming of winter solstice, like a few weeks until it actually happens. And I was tasked to create a scepter for this orb. The reason why I have to build this scepter for this orb is because a wizard identified this orb partially. He wasn't fully successful, but he thinks that if you get to build a scepter for this orb, it might become more powerful. But we don't know what the power is. Right now, the orb is capable of shining bright light as a star in the sky where it's pitch black in winter, and this single shining star is there, you know, put out this hope, like the hope of the coming year. So all of a sudden, after I'm busy trying to figure out how to build the sept, orb is gone.
Right. It's been snatched.
It's been snatched or, stolen. Thing is, I think I know who stole it because there's like another town. They desperately, they're desperate of something to have something like this, a magical item of this power. So I think a rival cleric group stole it, or they asked, they hired someone to steal it, something.
Oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and travel to that town and talk to some people, see if I can figure out if it's actually there or not.
Okay. Is that where you want to start when you arrive in that town?
Sure.
Cool. So you have arrived in this rival town. The orb is missing, and you think you knew who took it. So take it away. What do you do when you walk into the town? There's no gate, there's no wall. It's a smaller town here, maybe 2,000 people, mostly farmland, small town center. The local nobility lives fairly far away on a hill overlooking the town. It's maybe like a mile, 2 kilometers out. And here you are walking into town. It's a kind of lightly rainy, misty day, a little bit cool.
Yeah. I think the first thing I would do, what time of the day is it?
Mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon?
Yeah.
I think of doing something else and wait until nighttime to use my detect magic in the area of where the rival church is. I don't know what kind of group it will be. Like it will be maybe a neutral or even evil group. I don't know what you want it to be, but you can make it up.
Okay.
In the meantime, I think I will go ahead to a tavern and talk to some people there.
Cool. So So you find your way to a tavern. It is called the Tadpole. And inside, it's a little bit... I wouldn't call it rowdy, but there's a lot of people in there. And they're kind of bumping up against each other, talking about this thing and that thing. And there's not a lot of room, so you're going to have to probably stand near the bar since all the tables are taken.
I will manage to get through the crowd towards the barkeep.
Okay.
And like probably hectically because there's not much time. It's only like a week or so before the coming solstice, winter solstice. So I'm like, I need to get through the crowd. As a barkeep, I need to talk to you.
Yeah. Well, hello there, Your Holiness.
It's very important. You have to listen to me.
Of course.
So, you probably don't know. Have you known of this clerical group? I described the group to them, to the barkeep, and
yeah, it sounds like the high priest and his guys in town. Well, what's going on with them? Something the matter?
Well, this is a tavern. You probably hear fishy things going on or something here. I'm not the kind of person going to tavern much, but you probably know something, right? Some rumors or such.
Rumors of what?
I don't know, anything fishy going on with the...
With the High Cleric?
Yeah.
No, he's a stand-up guy. I think you've got this all wrong. You must be looking for someone else. The High Cleric is the nicest guy. He did my daughter's baptism last week. Good man. Solid to the core.
Right, that may be so. Well, I think I'll buy something from you. Just one ale. I need this ale right now.
Yeah, you certainly look it. He pours you a drink. He goes, "Don't worry about it. We're a God-fearing people here in this establishment. The church, first drinks for the church are on me." And then he kind of moves away and starts to tend bar on the other side. The people standing near you are giving you some awkward looks, like, is he really saying the High Cleric just has some fishy things going on about him?
I stare at them for a second, looking at the people that say that, and look back at my drink. Like, I don't want to be here. I'm actually going straight to where the High Cleric is.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't have time for this. So I just go out. I bolt out of the tavern.
All right, you bolt out. It is late afternoon now. A lot of people moving in and around town. Where are you going?
I'm going straight to the church where the High Cleric is.
Okay. You make it to the church. There's a little bit of snow on the ground around it. It's, the middle of winter and everything. Or I guess almost the start of winter. You see the high church up on the steps of the temple with two other priests next to him performing some sort of marriage ceremony for a couple of looks like two different wedding parties down below on the steps.
Okay. I want to go around this building and see if there's a spot where I can cast my spell without anyone seeing.
Look.
Is the building made out of stone or wood?
Stone.
I don't think my detect magic will penetrate the walls.
Ooh.
Because the walls might be thick enough.
Yes, it will block 1 foot of stone will block your detect magic spell.
Okay, what's the duration of magic? One turn.
A turn is 10 rounds.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually gonna cast it where nobody can see me, and I'm actually going to go back to the front and enter church.
Okay. You can make your way around the wedding ceremony without interfering, and make your way inside the church. Inside, there are a few priests still kind of walking around doing their thing, and a few people here to pray. But it's pretty empty. Looks like most of the commotion's going on outside.
I activate my detect magic senses and try to detect anything magical.
You most certainly do. Heading into the middle of the temple, you notice this kind of aura of magic coming through the other side of this very thin stone wall, thin enough that you can detect magic through it. And as you kind of come around the corner, you can see on the other side of this partition is the orb. It's kind of placed on a pedestal in the very, very center of the temple. There are a couple of people standing about, talking. There's one person kind of kneeling beside the orb, praying to one of these statues, but it's not, the orb is next to her.
I recognize orb to be the one that I had.
Most definitely. It's got little bits of white that kind of float down and then disappear.
I actually just pulled up to priest standing next to the orb. I'd say, "What are you doing there?"
Oh, excuse me, Father. I don't recognize you. Are you visiting?
That orb belongs to Martha.
Yes, it does. Good observation. Yes, this is Martha's orb.
Yes.
Yes. We've been holding it here in our temple for a very long time to keep it safe.
Why do you say so?
Excuse me?
Why do you say that? You just said it doesn't make sense. It's actually belonging to my town lyrical group.
The woman who's kneeling next to the orb praying stops and starts to look up at you guys as you're having this discussion. The man smiles at her and gives her a little bit of a wave. Takes you by the crook of your arm and starts to walk away with you, saying, Now, what are you saying, good sir?
This orb belongs to my clerical group in my town. I want to have a town name so it doesn't sound so awkward. What town name? I'm just gonna look at the map. Let's say Fortune.
Okay.
So I say, this orb belongs to Fortune.
I believe you are mistaken. That is a holy artifact that we have here in our temple. It's just been in storage for years.
4 years.
Many long years it's been in storage.
I look at her. Is it a female or
This is a male.
male? Okay. Well, I stare at him. And is there a way to there's no insight roll or something in the edition? Okay. Well, the thing is, town where I'm from, we are missing this very orb. We had this a few days back, and now it's gone. And all of a sudden, this orb, exactly the same orb, is right here.
I'm sorry, this is a one-of-a-kind magical orb of Martha. I'm surely you must be mistaken. You could not have had one of these in yours. This is ours, and this is the only one. He says, and kind of puts himself to stand in front of it so that you can't see it. You have to look at him instead. Perhaps you were mistaken, or you're sick. Maybe you should go lie down for a little while.
Lie down. Can I talk to the high cleric?
He's busy performing a wedding right now. But why don't you take a nap somewhere and come back tomorrow morning? It'll look like you've been traveling long. Your brow's all covered in sweat. Maybe you should come down and come back tomorrow when you feel more well-rested. With a clearer mind.
As he says that my eyebrows covered in sweat, I try to, see if there's actually sweat coming from my eyebrows. I probably didn't realize this because I was totally only focusing on this orb. I'm like hesitating for a moment there, like if I either should take it now, just leave. Right there. How many people are in the church right now?
Maybe 15?
Okay, and right outside is the ceremony.
Yes, right outside there. It looks like 2 different people are having a wedding.
Right. Is there like maybe I should just take the orb and just go through the front entrance and announce that this orb actually belongs to what's the town name again? Fortune.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I think so. The thing is, there's someone right in front of me going to stop me, trying to take the orb. So let me see. How long does Sanctuary last?
2 rounds plus 1 round per level.
So 3 rounds, 3 minutes. Right. Thing is, if I go outside with the orb, and the people don't like that I'm stealing this orb from them, they will probably just stop me. Like I wouldn't be able to leave town unless I can move quicker, which I can't. I don't have a horse or anything.
What are you gonna do?
I think I'm just going to leave the orb there and come back at a different time. And I sigh. You know what? You're right. I should take a nap.
Good. I think it's... You must be feverish or something. Please. We have a spare room here for visiting clerics if you'd like to rest here.
Yes, that is very hospitable of you. I will accept this.
He leads you to a room very similar to what you've got in your temple, where there's just like spare bunks for visiting clerics or priests to stay at. Shows you to one and says, "This can be yours. Please take your time and rest up. We'll talk in the morning."
Yes. I go and rest. And I think I will... Well, this is weird because they're all so friendly. Like, I know this orb is my orb. It belongs to my church group. So I need to... This is mine. I have to take it from them. They're not just gonna give me this orb. I have to steal it from them. There's no other way. Unless I can convince them, which I probably won't be able to. I'm gonna wake up the time of night where no one's awake. So like maybe 2 a.m. or so.
Sure. Very late. Dark out. You did notice that there's one other cleric or priest, probably a priest, visiting in town who's sleeping in the same room as you. There's maybe like 6 different beds, so you're in one and he's in another.
I sneakily get out of my bed quietly as possible. Go to check out not just going in the room, but I'm gonna check for noises in the room where the orb is.
And the orb, it was kept in the center of the room. So each temple kind of has like a very small room. Not even a room, it's like a partition where there's like 2 entrances from either side. And there, in this center area, are little shrines to all the lesser gods. And in the outer major ring is where all the major gods are. So in this little center ring, there was the Orb of Martha sitting on top of the altar to Felumbra, which is a little bit odd to put an Orb of Martha on top of Felumbra, but, you know, she's the moon and this orb is shining, so maybe there's some connection there. A little odd. Anyway, it's in the very center of the main room of the temple. That made sense.
Yes. I look around and quietly as possible head towards the center.
See on the map, this is what I mean.
I see it.
Yeah. So you were staying in this room up here, the upper right, upper left, I mean, and
Yes.
the orb is centered here. So it's a quick, easy thing to make your way over there.
Yeah, just going for it.
Huh?
Inspecting it for a second to make sure that there isn't any like deformities of it, like if they haven't abused it or something.
Nope, it is still
Oh,
shining
like-
out bright white light all over the place. It
I'm
looks
like-
perfectly fine.
Like I take a deep breath.
Are you wearing your
Yeah,
armor right now?
Probably not at this point because it will make noise putting it back on.
Right.
So I don't have my armor right now. I'm just gonna grab the orb and see if there's anything special happening once I
No?
hold it.
You pick it up and nothing changes.
Oh, I tuck it under my robes if it fits, or
Sure.
else I have to. Okay.
It's still, it's shining light, so even under your robes, it still is letting some light out.
Yes, that will have to do. And I'm actually gonna go back to the acolyte's quarters
Mm-hmm.
and gonna grab my armor. I think the only thing I have is the armor and quarterstaff. So I'm just gonna grab those without. It just takes 1 round to put on the
Yeah.
armor. I'm gonna do it outside the quarters so no one can hear me putting it on. It might make some noise.
Okay.
And yeah.
You slip on your armor. No one seems to notice.
Okay. Is there a back exit?
No, there's just the one front entrance.
Ah. Well. I go out the only exit there is.
It's locked.
Really?
It does not open.
Is there any windows or?
There are a few windows, but they're very high up. If you go over here to the top, you could potentially climb on some of the statues of the gods to get to the windows.
Wait, those aren't real important.
Yeah, it's not really a good thing to be climbing.
I won't do it on Martha, but those gods I'm fine on defiling a bit with my climbing.
So you'll climb up Dorbath,
Yeah.
Guam, Quantarius, and Ephra, just scale them.
Yeah, and I'm gonna check how far down it is if I had to drop?
About 15 feet.
Ooh,
That's D6 damage. 5 meters.
yeah. Ah. I hesitate. Should I find a rope? Why didn't I bring a rope? ah, I haven't noticed any rope when I was staying here. No?
Nope. Maybe in the storage room there might be some.
Right. All right. I'll go to the storage room.
Okay. The door is unlocked. It swings open on kind of a squeaky hinge, letting out a as you open it. Inside are all the sorts of things that you would need to run a temple. You've got robes, bags, little vessels for containing water, spices and herbs and incenses to burn, lots and lots of candles, brooms, buckets, mops, and a little bit of rope. Maybe 100 feet of rope all coiled together. Nice big thick rope.
I snatched the ropes.
Okay, that's a lot. It's maybe it's like 100 feet of rope all in one length. What's that weigh, like?
Okay,
40
I can.
pounds?
I'm just gonna use it for getting out of here. I'm not gonna use it for anything else.
So how are you going to use it to get out of here?
I'm just gonna tie it around one of the statues that is unimportant for me. One of the other gods' statues.
Pick one.
I'll take Guam
Okay.
and throw the rope over the window and get out of there.
All right. So you tie it around Guam. Toss the rope up to the window. The window's shut, but there's like a little ledge there, so you can toss it up and then climb up and open the window. All right. Toss the rope out the other end and start to shimmy down it. As you start to come down the other side of the rope, you hear and feel on the rope something crack. And then all of a sudden your rope goes slack and you drop the remaining... How far were you when you fell? Oh, you don't fall very far. You just fall like 2 feet to the ground. You catch yourself, but...
I land so I protect the orb. Like the orb isn't going down first. I'm going down first, and I'm grabbing it. All
right, you land on your butt and you're intact, but you can definitely feel that statue broke.
Oops. Oh well.
What do you do?
I
mean, it made a lot of noise when it broke too. You know, and...
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm bolting it.
You just bolt for it.
And then while I bolt, I want to find something like a piece of cloth or something I can wrap around the orb with, so it doesn't shed the bright light. Like on my way, I'm just going to the direction where the path is to my town.
Right.
While I'm at it, I want to just try to search at the same time.
All right. So you start looking around for some cloth to wrap the orb as you start heading out in the direction of your town. You hear the front doors of the church open, even from where you are, kind of far away from it. And you hear voices of people yelling and crying out, "Who did it? Who goes there?" And the footsteps of people running about. Pretty soon, you start to hear the bells in the church start to ring as you make your way through town. And as the church bells start ringing, people start opening windows and doors and lighting candles and poking their heads outside to see what's going on.
Okay. Did I find any cloth to wrap around the orb?
Yeah, so you've got some cloth that you wrapped around the orb, but the orb is shining bright light. This cloth will like dim it, but if anyone looks at you, they'll still be able to see light coming out. You know, it's not gonna fill the streets and brighten up everything, but it'll still be visible in the dark. Kind of
I'm
like
actually.
if you put a flashlight, underneath your pants. It'll still
Yeah.
show a little bit of light, but not enough to really illuminate anything.
Okay, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna run. Is there any forest close by? Somewhere where I
No,
can
not here.
here, okay. Might. Oh, I shouldn't hide in this town. Bad idea. I should just run out of the town.
What do you
People
do?
on perspective. I'll just bolt out of the town.
You bolt out of the town. Pretty soon, as you're running through the streets and people are coming out their doors, they start talking, and eventually you hear behind you someone saying, "He ran this way! That way!" And looking behind you, you see a man on a horse.
I try to go through like alleys where I think the horse wouldn't fit through. I do escape that way.
Okay. You start cutting through these alleyways, and eventually you just start running out of town, and you make it to the open plain on the way to Fortune. You seem to have lost the horse rider at first, but it's not too long until you start hearing the pounding of horse hooves on the ground behind you. You have a look over your shoulder, and that horse is within a round from you. I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative.
Okay. My action would be as he comes by, I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff.
All right, what are you gonna do with the orb in the meantime?
I'm just gonna. Can I gently put it down on the floor and
Sure.
attack at the same time?
Sure. Roll me initiative, D10 plus your weapon speed.
Weapon speed 1.
Very nice. All right, so you've got your attack all lined up, ready to go. The rider comes by. Give me a roll to hit.
Hey, it's just a flat D20.
Yes, sir. What is that? The 6? A wild swing and a miss. Meanwhile, the rider comes barreling down on you, cracking you with his footman's mace. I guess he's using from horseback for 6 points of damage right in the chest.
Oh.
You spin around and are reeling from the blow as the horseman kind of stops his charge and starts to turn the horse around. Waves his mace in the air and is circling, but you can barely see. But the cloth has fallen off the orb, kind of illuminating the area around you.
I touch my wound and say, stop. And my next round of action would be casting Sanctuary.
Roll me initiative.
What's the speed of Sanctuary?
Casting
4.
time 4.
Ooh, slow.
All right, you still beat the horseman's speed though. You cast Sanctuary on yourself. Horseman has to make a saving throw versus spell to still attack you. But that is a pass.
Uh-oh.
And he comes charging down at you one more time on his horse, crying out in the night, "Thief, I shall have your head!" And I think a 14 hits you
Yes, that hits.
for 5 points of damage.
I'm down to the negatives.
All right. He knocks you unconscious, takes your orb, and leaves you to die in the plains outside of town.
Wow.
All right.
Well, that
Well.
was fast.
Not quite the fastest character death we've had yet, but good one. I guess maybe the fast one for Age of Strife. Fastest one for that. I think for Hardcore Heroes, we had someone die in 20 minutes from the very start. Okay. You did not successfully recover your orb.
No.
Find out why it was that they stole it. but it was a valiant attempt and just one really lucky saving throw away. Rolled a natural 18 on his saving throw versus spell. So.
And you succeeded on this attack as well. So
Yes.
double bad luck.
Double bad luck. Unfortunate.
Oh, well.
All right.
Are the things with dices.
All right. Well, I guess that's it then for this
that's
audition.
it.
We'll be having another one in about 50 minutes, so stick around or come back, guys. I want to thank Max for being here for this audition. Max, do you have anything finally you'd like to say before we head out for the rest of the day?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me here, Neil. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, I hope I will make it to the final 4. We'll see.
Okay. Well, that's it, guys. Stick around or come back in an hour. We'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.